Cause numbers 23 DCCR 0492 and 0493. Mr. Adams is on probation in each of those cases for the third-degree felony offense of deadly conduct discharging a firearm. Was placed on probation September 26th of 2023. Looks like the allegations in those motions are an alleged new offense of fleeing from a police officer in December of 2025, unlawful carrying a weapon December of 2025, failing to associate with disreputable persons or be present at a location where a criminal act was committed, failing to report the arrest, failing to perform community service, out past curfew, possessing a firearm in violation of probation, behind in fees in both cases. Mr. Burbank has filed a motion asking that I set a bond in each of the cases. He's on deferred probation, and at this time there's no bond. Is that correct? Mr. Burbank, you may, let me...
Let's pause right here. This is already a probation nightmare. He's on 2 felony probations for a shooting, and the alleged violations stack up fast. New charges, firearms, curfew, fees, community service. Judges don't look at these individually. They look at patterns, and this pattern is loud. Quick legal context.
Mr. Adams, best you can, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. Mr. Burbank, you may proceed.
All right, just for my name.
Sure.
These 2 offenses.
I need everybody to hold it down. I need you to speak up, please. Thank you.
These 2 offenses. I have talked numerous times to the district attorney. He has cooperated as much as he can. We do not have the actual except the PC. I don't know.
That's what I was looking for. No, any objections to state's one?
One of the things that we are lacking is the video. What we've seen because I read it. So the firearms being in the backseat of the car, and the firearms next to them, no one claimed ownership. I will also submit to you that you're probably the only one that was not intoxicated at the time, and as such, it was not his car, and he had to get home. So he was the designated driver at the time. And so with that, Judge, the other thing too I want to point out is I've asked Mr. Adams, I believe that he has no write-ups in jail since he's been incarcerated in reference to any disciplinary actions. I would like to call him.
Go ahead.
For the name, and what I have told the court in reference to
yes, sir.
And you have not had any records.
No, sir.
How long have you been incarcerated? How long have you been in jail? 18 days. Now, realize that one of the violations is you haven't been doing your community service, correct?
Yes.
Have you addressed that problem since you've been incarcerated?
Yes, sir.
Speak up. Who's your preacher?
Charlie Williams.
Okay, and he has a church on Washington Boulevard?
Yes.
And he has advised, has told you and your family that he would make sure that you got on the right track.
Because this is deferred probation, there's no automatic bond once he's arrested on violations. The judge has total discretion. Translation? This hearing isn't about guilt. It's about whether the court trusts him enough to let him out at all. This is the defense threading a needle. Multiple people in the car, multiple guns, nobody claiming ownership. And Adam says he was just a sober designated driver. But here's the problem.
Yes.
In addition, your mom, you may not have known that. She's right. You realize you shouldn't have been where you were. You shouldn't have been in a car with firearms. So we do have affidavits from people there claiming ownership. They were not your firearms. Okay. If the court was to consider probation to post a bond, do you have any problem living with your mom, having a monitor or any other type of monitor, drugs or alcohol or anything like that? Right? And abide and try to get back on track. You do not have any assets, accounts or anything like that. Right? So I am here. Somebody came from the
Yes.
You don't have anything to post. Well, you have enough to post a TV on this set, right? I have nothing from the judge unless you may ask questions.
Give me just a second. Thank you.
One last. You have a job? Can you get a job?
Yes.
When was your last job?
Like August.
In August? What were you doing under construction?
Flagging.
Flagging?
Yes.
You think you can get that back?
I'm actually getting my CDL. It's just with the school that I've been getting to. And I got on my last step to get my CDL.
So you were enrolled in school at the time?
Yes.
And you only have one more stage to get your CDL license?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols.
Judge, my concern is this. He's on two probations, being involved in a shooting, two deadly conducts. There was a situation where shots were exchanged between two different groups of people. He was on one side of that. Obviously, there was much cooperation from either side. So he ended up with two deadly combat probations. Here we have him in a car with two other guys, three people, three guns. And the reason, once the officer tries to pull them over, they slow roll for a few more blocks. That's why it's eluding and not hurt, fleeing a police officer and not evading in a motor vehicle. Of course, during that time, all three guns are hidden under a jacket in the backseat. I don't think that's a coincidence. We haven't delayed pulling over, and then three guns are in the backseat. But I don't have his full case report of all the details. But we can tell that from the probable cause affidavit. I believe the individual he was with is Xavier Kane.
Probation doesn't care about technical possession the way a jury does. Being around guns at all can be enough. Fair or not, notice the human pivot. Jail behavior. A preacher, mom in a courtroom. This is mitigation 101. Defense attorneys do this to remind the judge, this isn't just a case file, this is a person. Sometimes it works. Sometimes the facts drown it out.
Now, if it's not in that probable cause affidavit, then I'm mistaken. That's the only information I have. If it is Xavier Kane, he's also hanging out. Information.
Who was in the car with you?
He's also a felon.
Okay. Lyndon LaSalle Jr.
I looked this up for Mr. Burbank the other day. There is a Lyndon LaSalle Sr. who's a felon. Lyndon LaSalle Jr. I dismissed I'm off for possession of a firearm by a felon case several years ago. That's why I don't call his name.
Okay.
He's certainly a person.
So he's a prior felon.
He may not be. I think he had a felon. He had a felon prior felon.
Okay, but not on anything right now.
I don't believe he has.
Who was the other person that was in the car? It didn't matter to me, honestly. At this point, it didn't matter. Okay. What else? Anything else?
Just if the court's going to set a bond, it has to be a high enough bond to protect the community. This is third case involving
Yeah. So, Mr. Adams, the deadly conducts aren't just, I mean, it was a shootout between, I mean, it's just more of the same.
Really?
Hang on. Right now is probably not a good time for you to say anything, but Mr. Burbank. So, the first case, or the two cases that you're on probation for, two people actually got shot. So, you and whoever are shooting at each other, you admitted to the police officers that day. So there's no, I didn't do it. You admitted to it. You pled guilty to it. And two people got shot, whether it was your bullets or whoever else was shooting. Y'all were all shooting at each other because your grandma's car got shot at. So obviously y'all were getting shot at. Y'all were shooting at people. And people who had nothing to do with it ended up getting shot. And you got deferred probation. I sent you to ISF, right? So you've already been to ISF so that you could get right. Get the tools to make better decisions. And here you are out at 11:30 at night with 3 guns in the car, smelling like marijuana, cruising around doing what when you're supposed to be at home? With 3 guns in the car. Should you have been at the party? Okay. So it's hard for me to believe when you're out at a party and you're on 2 felony probations for 2 people getting shot, that you just ended up in some car. Why didn't you pull over? I'm not asking you to answer right now, but you didn't pull over when they asked you to. When they got behind you, you kept going. So at this time, I'm going to find all right, I'll grant the motions, but I'm setting the bonds in each of the cases at $200,000. A condition of those bonds, if you make them, is that you will be required. And I thought at some point I put you on house arrest, but I guess you weren't on house arrest at the time of this, or were you supposed to be on house arrest? Okay, so you will be, if you make the bonds of $200,000 in each case. Then conditions of those bonds are that you have to wear a GPS monitoring device and you will be on house arrest. You cannot leave your house except to come to court or visit with Mr. Burbank without my permission. Do you understand? All right, go back with the bailiff.